Oh, that is cold out there. We just got a Glare AM on the trailer. We're going to hopefully get Braemar right on the trailer, and then I'm getting out of here. So we finished with set number 7. We're picking up at set number 8. Barbie's Crown, Jesse Balboa, Off-Road Hanover, Stacy Hanover, My Jazz, and Tipsy and Dixie. Now, a couple of things in here. I told everybody how sure-footed Off-Road Hanover was. Phil said he got scared when Jody's horse made a little break. No, it couldn't have been Jody's horse, because Jody was on the front. He said that Jody scared her anyway. I don't know how true that is. So, Off-Road Hanover made a very rare, very odd break. Come back trotting. Finished second to My Jazz. How good was that? My Jazz come right up trotting and was awesome today. My Jazz was won that set. Second was Off-Road Hanover. Jesse Balboa made a little break. Barbie's Crown was third. Stacy Hanover made a little break under the wire, which is very rare for her. She finished fourth, and Tipsy and Dixie, she made a tiny little miscue. She ended up fifth. All in all, a very impressive mile from my MVPs, both today. My Jazz was very, very good. Off-Road Hanover was very good, and again, I think the ice just got the better of Stacy Hanover and Barbie's Crown. They've been very, very good all week long. Now we moved on to set number 9. Now this was a set of horses that were struggling a bit, trying to get their gait, or very immature, very green. You had Let's Roll On. We all know the story of Let's Roll On. Billy said he was good today. Little rolly in spots. Now what I'm going to do this week is take the hobbles back off him, change his shoeing one more little bit, and I think we're almost there. Lincoln Hanover was tremendous, made a tiny break today. This is the Chapter 7 colt. He looked very, very good. Rose Run Why Not, I thought looked very good today. Jazzy Judy made a couple of breaks, but give Judy a break. You know what I mean? She was really, really good, but at the same time, she's just going to need a little time. I'd say within the next week or two, we'll turn her out when we bring her back. We'll put the trotting hobbles on her, obviously, but Jazzy Judy looked great. She made a couple little miscues in the turns. Just simple self-confidence. She was a little self-conscious in the turns, but there's nothing wrong with that. This is a nice filly, and she's going to prove it in the near future. A horse that knocked my socks off and blew me away. That's My Girl. I said to Paul McKenzie going with her, I said she's going to make a couple little breaks in the turns, or in the straightaway, in the middle of the straightaway. Just do what you can. She's just learning. Never made a break and was fantastic all day. That's My Girl, and Frilly Fringes stole the show for me. I expected Won My Heart Hanover and War We Welcome and those other horses to look good. I expected that. But at the same time, That's My Girl and Frilly Fringes really surprised me how good they were today. Fox Valley Britska was good. A couple little breaks for Phil, but not a big deal. And Italian Grit, again, just green stuff, but again, trotted great and looked very good. Then we went to the last set of the day, and Warwy was up. He's kind of lazy right now. He was freshly castrated a couple of weeks ago, and he almost was there. I'm like, he's going to win. And he run right at the wire. Better's Hope got up to win it. Beef and Cheddar was second. Warwy was up, caught right back pacing, was third. Cirrus Blue Chip was a close fourth. Blue Monk, and then Round Midnight had made a break in the last turn, and so did Rose Run Wanda. They rounded out the field, but everybody in here was pretty good. If I was to say, do I have concerns? Round Midnight definitely needs to be castrated immediately. He needs to be a gelding, and Rose Run Wanda just needs some more work. Right? I think when she had that curb, we went really soft on her for about 3 weeks, and I think she took advantage of it. So we're going to work Rose Run Wanda really hard over the next 3 weeks over the Christmas holiday season, and Round Midnight needs to be castrated right away. I think that will nip that in the bud right away. Everybody else I was very impressed with. Really impressed with Warwy was up today and how good he looked. Better's Hope was impressive. Should have finished him off in the late stretch and didn't. We'll work on that. And then Beef and Cheddar looked really, really good, but green for Phil. He was impressed with that colt too. We came to last night, so Friday I flew to the Meadowlands. I had the interview at the Meadowlands racetrack. That went well. I had the interview here at Woodbine Mohawk Park last night, and then we had the dinner with our clients. That was a lot of fun. The only crappy thing was I couldn't pick my nose. I couldn't pick a winner to save my life. I lost every race I bet on at Woodbine and Mohawk Park. Saturday night, I went home, watched the UFC, woke up today for the big open house. But before I got to the UFC last night, I went back and watched the videos, and yes, won his third in a row in Yonkers. That was a backup class, and he looked really good. Short field, but whatever. I mean, he beat aged horses, and he made them like it. I was very impressed with how Yes looked. The night before, West 52nd. James ran him into a couple of blind switches. Not much he could do. Just the way the race shook down. Very impressed with the way he finished up his mile. I think he's sitting on a big mile, that horse. White Tiger made his way home. Big move in the third quarter. You guys seen this movie before. Big move in the third quarter. Faltered a bit in the lane and finished fifth. He's back now. We're going to have him ready to go for next week. We'll probably school him once next Thursday and then race him. School? Why would you say school? So I want to get his legs underneath him. Nice, easy schooler. Finishing hard on the end of it. Make sure we got him all dialed in. He'll probably get a rest coming up in the next little while anyway. Cruising in Style was a disappointing 7th, but not really his. What are you going to do? 10 hole at the Meadowlands. There's not much he could do about that. But on another good note, Easton Ivy was a winner. I'm going to put Easton Ivy on gate, and some people might say, why are you putting him on gate when he won? Now's the time to sell him. He's a nice horse, but the transition to the non-winners two here in Ontario for an Indiana bred, especially him, might be a little difficult. So I'm going to go easy on him and probably sell him. I'm sure he'll make somebody, he could be a nice little stake horse next year in Indiana, so he could make somebody a nice horse, just that I don't need him right now, especially with everything we have going on, right? If he's not a Mohawk horse, or he's not going to be, he's just a horse. So I think the best thing to do would maybe just cut him loose if I get the right price for him. So that is it. The open house is over. Wow, that flew by. It was a great day, a good showing for our horses and for the drivers that came to drive them, and I was very impressed with the entire day, as I assumed I would, between Scott and Kelly, Curtis and Jamie, and my parents were up here. The work that James and everybody else did on the track, Jody and Paul McKenzie and Mario and even Drew and even Disco that helped out, Phil. Just everybody, Billy Davis, everybody that came out to help us out, really appreciate their help, and they know that. And obviously Bill O'Donnell helping out with my father, and Roger Houston was in town, the voice. Roger Houston was here, and he had a great time too. So that's it. The open house is over now. We went through all the babies, talked about how they went today. I guess there's no point in talking about the babies more today. I guess I can do a yearling video and tell you what I'd like to do, but I'll show you within a week. We know which horses need a little more help and what equipment they need, and I think we'll get that done this week. So that's it. That's the opening. I'll be back in a minute. No, I won't. I won't be back in a minute. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back with the race horses, all the stables, all the 2-year-olds, everything that's going on. What a great day we had today. Hope you guys had fun watching it. If you were here, I hope you had a great time. Thank you very much. Take care.